Alright guys, KK4PYN back in with you after a long time. I just haven't done anything lately. I mean, I've been busy, but I've not put anything on the internet. So here I am on the internet again. Anyway, I wanted to shout out, I don't do many product things. Like I've done like a couple Amazon reviews, that's it. I just picked up this case for my new Raspberry Pi 5. This is the flirc. Damn it. That's anyway. Yeah. It's really nice. FLIRC, flirc. So far the only thing I don't like about the Raspberry Pi 5 is these micro HDMI ports that require me to get. I have a stupid dongle. It's huge, but it works. Yeah, this thing, micro HDMI to HDMI. It's not that big, but like, why not just a mini HDMI? I've got 40. Anyway, the flirc. This is a 4 gigabyte model. The flirc came with this stick-on silicone heat transfer pad because the case is all aluminum. Now the top is plastic and the base is plastic, but I'm going to talk about those for a second. So the inside is all aluminum. This is where the heat transfer happens from the processor. So I hope that's some good stuff because I'm trusting my entire like octa-cores processor to it. Is this an 8-core processor? Is it X? Anyway, I honestly don't even know the specs of the Raspberry Pi 5. I think it's 1.9 gigahertz. No. That's the ThinkPad that I just bought. I just bought a T480. Anyway, this is pretty powerful and it ran HD video flawlessly. I don't have any 4K monitors in here, just these really old Dells, which are falling apart, but are still awesome. Hooked up to my ThinkCenter there. Anyway, yeah, so this plastic feels really nice. So the aluminum is very high quality. It's not super heavy, but it's also very solid feeling. There's not a lot of flex or anything, obviously. It's thick. The machining looks to be of high quality. And the plastic has this very smooth, kind of high quality feeling. And the bottom does as well. And it's got built-in little feet. I think they're just made of the same material. Which is handy because my only knock for this case so far was the lack of GPIO access when you mount the Pi in the case. So your GPIO pins are now covered up, but that's okay. Okay, also this case was $20-ish, $25-ish. It could have been 17. I'm not sure. It was around $20. It was very reasonably priced. So one thing I do like, even though you lose GPIO access, and I know y'all see it already, is that when you line this up, which I cannot do with one hand, the ports sit closer to the surface, not way back. So they line up really well. And then, so you do have GPIO access because here you can put a ribbon cable, an extender, out this slot right here. And in the base, it's got that same slot, which fits just like that. So you could run a ribbon cable out, and this base piece is far enough apprised of this aluminum that the cord more than likely has room to snake out there, especially if you can find a thinner one. Raspberry Pi GPIO is not like a very high current thing, so thin GPIO expander cables would probably work with this case. I'm not worried about it because I'm not going to be using it with GPIO. I'm going to be doing software-defined radio with this guy. Anyway, it does come with these screws conveniently mount into the base through the PCB of the Raspberry Pi. And into the threaded bosses on the inside of this aluminum case. They're all one piece, they're not inserts, nothing to spin or split like some case designs I've seen before. I'm working on a piece of BK Precision test equipment right now for my job. Doing a repair on it is a 4017 signal generator, function generator, like 10 megahertz. Has a digital frequency counter on it that was very unstable. And I'm just kind of randomly screwing these in. I hope this one tightened. Yeah, it did. Okay, it tightened up. I think I have all four corners tight now. Guys, if you've never filmed with one hand, try it. Or if you've never, like, you know, tried to assemble something with only one hand or in a tool, just try it. So let's see how this all lines up. Pretty good. You can see the two USB 3.0 ports there. I believe that's Giganet Ethernet. 2.0 ports. The USB-C for power, which will take, don't quote me on this, if you blow up your Raspberry Pi 5, which was $60-ish, it's not my fault. I put a USB PD, like a laptop supply, like a Lenovo laptop supply into there. So the micro, okay, you know, something tells me they would have had room to put, I mean, I get the whole 2 display thing. Dongles aren't the worst thing in the world, but it's so nice and clean. It feels really high quality. It feels not like something, it feels like a real product. It's very, it's very pleasing to hold. It's not heavy by any means. I've seen some of these extreme coolers for the Raspberry Pi 5. This entire thing is a heatsink. So, yeah. This snaps off. I don't know why. I'm just droning on at this point. Guys, this is a high quality case. I highly recommend it. The flirc aluminum Raspberry Pi 5 case. I'm not being sponsored. There's the SD card slot. Oh, also, I forgot to mention, it came with a light pipe and a button that you install in there. It all came in this little plastic bag. But anyway, go buy yourself one of those if you're looking to do a Raspberry Pi setup. And while you're at it, don't buy one of these unless you can handle being frustrated. Fundamentally, I think it works, but it has some major limitations. It's decent enough-ish piece of hardware. There are some firmware glitches, including this is the Vero Telecom BHM 78. As you can see, I'm linked up to my tablet over here, which has the Vero Telecom app on it for the N7500 there. This has some limitations. The adjustment on the volume is the least linear and synchronized thing I've ever experienced in a piece of commercial hardware, consumer hardware. That's something I would expect on like an Arduino project with a rotary encoder. It also has a Bluetooth range of approximately 10 feet. So the experience through the tablet And with the included hand mic for $170, I'm pretty satisfied, especially being this 50-watt dual band, built-in APRS through the app. You can communicate through the app. It works pretty good. The handy mic's pretty good. It's magnetic, as you can see there. So we've got that running, and this Linux machine down here has OpenWebRX running on a modified file for OpenWebRX Plus on Focal OS. So that's hooked up right now to the RSP1A software-defined receiver. There's a mini whip on the roof there, and over there on the other corner of the roof is a 25 to 1300 megahertz disc cone, which is in slight disrepair but still effective. So yeah, I've been doing some stuff. Oh, don't buy one of these. Probably not this either. This all day, every day. All day, every day, buy one of these. Highly recommend, for especially great receive with modified firmware. The other thing which I recommend. Wow, where did I put it? Oh, here it is. I recommend avoiding is okay. To be clear, it set up, and I got the firmware and the hardware set up, and it's communicating with the internet, and you can see it through its web portal. But I can't get this stupid DMR radio set up. I can't get firmware to load. It works, but this one theoretically has wires internet connection, and I'm sure through a combination of about 10 or 15 tutorials I could probably get that working with the MMDVM. I'm glad it wasn't expensive. Very frustrating. Have not managed to make any contacts on this device yet after running it for more than a week. Very frustrating. So yeah, other than that, we've just been messing around, repairing this 2-meter amp and trying to push the boundaries of how many spare devices we can have laying around. That's not even all of them. There's 5 laptops in this house, 7. There's the device I'm repairing for my work. I already repaired a Tektronix oscilloscope. Sorry for the weird pan. This guy right here. Replaced some capacitors in the screen. Got everything working perfectly. So yeah. What else? Oh, grab yourself the new. I don't know where it is. Wow. Here's the old one. Grab yourself the new RTL SDR.com version 4, the black one. And don't get it off the internet. Get it directly from their Amazon or their website. Or otherwise, you may be getting a clone. Yeah, but it works good. Down to HF, which is nice. So, all right, well, I've mumbled enough. You probably aren't watching this. If you are, congratulations. Thank you very much. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe. It helps me only mentally, not financially. But, yeah. So take it easy, you guys. And he who has the biggest antenna wins on their tiny HT. That's for this one. I'm sure somebody has a taller one. It's okay. It's not a competition. 73 guys. Oh, that means best regards. Have a great one. Please like and subscribe. Okay, bye. Oh, follow me on I'm on Instagram for something else. I can't tell you about that one yet. Follow me on Twitter, KK4PYN. Okay.